Kevin, thank you for joining us. Obviously a big game at the weekend, AFC Wimbledon. How's the preparation been for that one?
Very good. We reviewed the game from Tuesday and obviously the players are disappointed with the result, but we're really pleased as a group the way we played and performed, and the players know, they keep playing like that. More often than not, we're going to come away with a really good result, and it hurt. It hurt us all to lose in that fashion, especially the way we played in the second half. But it'll even itself out over the course of the season, and the performances in the last few games have been very encouraging.
Yeah, very encouraging performances. Does that almost make it a little bit more difficult to sort of get over? How important is it to get over that quickly and focus on the next game?
No, of course, I think if we were playing not so well and we lost, then that's a concern. But we've been playing well in the last 3 games and good form. We're creating chances, we're scoring goals, and that's a positivity that we can reflect and go into the next game with. And we showed some fantastic signs in and out of possession from the last game, and we've reviewed it this morning, and then obviously we'll be ready and fully prepped for Wimbledon. We know it's going to be a good game, and they're a really good side, and we'll be up for it. We know what we need to do on Saturday.
Yeah, and I suppose that's almost a benefit, isn't it, that our schedule is so tightly packed. We've got so many fixtures. Obviously, we've got Fulham following this as well. You look at the game, you analyse it, and you maybe pick up on things that like you say could be better, and then you can do it straight away, can't you? You don't have to wait a week to sort of implement that. Yeah,
of course. The only challenge is in terms of recovery and injuries that we have in the group at the moment, and give us more time ideally to have those players back and available. But like I've said in the past, the group and the squad is so important, and everyone needs to be ready to play, and that's come to fruition, and the players that have come in have stepped up and done well, and we're proud of them and we're pleased with their contribution.
Yeah, I'm sure you've heard whispers from the ownership group and the fans themselves. Obviously this is quite a big game for the fans. There's been a lot of history between Crawley and AFC Wimbledon in previous fixtures. We haven't played them in a while. It must be exciting for you to get out there and have another good performance and potentially get 3 points against AFC Wimbledon.
Of course, we're fully aware and up to speed with the magnitude of the game from the supporters' perspective, and there'll be no stone unturned in terms of our preparation, but most importantly our application, our intensity, and how we want to go about this game on Saturday will be there for people to see on Saturday. The players will be given 110% for the cause, and hopefully we can have a really good result.
Yeah, because of the history, the fans are obviously going to be up for it. They were in great voice again on Tuesday. We've already sold 3,000 tickets for this fixture. It's looking like it's going to sell out a lot more of those tickets that are remaining. And we've said before in post-match how important are the fans, to the lads' performance. You can see on Tuesday night they were with them right from the start, and we ended up having a really good performance, didn't we? Of
course, in the way we started the game, that was down to the supporters, and they've given the stadium really good energy. And the players felt that, and they were on the front foot right from minute one. And then we scored early, and then the way that we conceded 2 goals was disappointing, because the first one was never a foul, and then he scores, and then it pushes you a little bit back in terms of your ascendancy, and then they go 2-1 up, and then again a little bit of ascendancy is lost, but then obviously the crowd picked up again, and then second half they were fully behind us. We were totally the dominating team, and we should have come away with at the very least a point, but everyone knows we should have won the game.
Yeah, with Fulham on the horizon, such a big game for the club, is there any way that you have to prepare differently for this one, though, that game's coming up in 3 days, or is it literally just taking one game at a time?
No, not at all. The league is most important to us, and the poor performances on Saturday, there's been no chance of players that have poor performances playing on Tuesday. The game on Saturday is the most important. It's the next one. The players understand that. It's a derby. We'll be ready, and every player needs to keep their shirt now.
Cool. Thank you.
Brilliant. Cool. Thanks, Kevin. You said you've reviewed the game. Can you give us an insight into the sort of processes you go through when you review a game? Is it with your coach and staff, players individually as a team, or all of those? Yeah,
we was multiple ways that we review our games. We've got to make sure that the way we do that is not mundane to the players. We do it in a way where the staff will analyse it individually, and then obviously we'll share and communicate what our views were from each individual member of staff, and then obviously we will then collate that and say, okay, what were the trends that we all picked up on, or what were the areas that we think we have some similarities in, and then obviously we will put a review together to share with the players, with video, with data, and they're able to see, where we went well and what things we could improve on. That's our process, and then obviously the first thing and most important thing is speaking to the players and asking them also, because they played in the game, they were on the grass, and what we found is been interesting in our review. All of the things that we've thought of coaches and the staff, the players have felt the same things. If we're communicating and they're saying something different to us, then we have an issue. But the players are very aware of where we've done well and what areas we could do better at, and we're on the same page, and that's great to see. And we know with this way of working and the openness and that we give them, and we take on information, and both ways, it's two-way communication, and we're able to progress very quickly with that.
Yeah, excellent. And regarding the injuries, can you give us any updates? Is there anyone you're expecting back this weekend?
Yeah, no, we're still waiting with the medical team to see which players might be available for the game on Saturday. So, it's a bit the walking wounded, if you like, at the moment, but it's okay. We've got players that are in the team at the moment that have done well, and if those players come back, that's even boosts our squad even more. So we'll wait and see what the medical staff come up with in the next day or so.
Yeah, and like I said, positives from Tuesday night. Like Manny played really well. Tony Craig, obviously, in the centre of defence there. You must be pleased with the squad you've got. That you've got players like that you can bring in and do a job.
Of course, and you have to trust. You have to trust the players, and we've shown that we do that with players of any age and any background. We believe in players. We give them a lot of confidence. Corey has not played league football before this season. We believed in him, we've trusted him, and he's done exceptionally well. Manny's, when was the last time he played a first team game? A very long time ago, maybe a year or so ago, maybe even 2. So he showed his quality this season, and he needs to continue that form. And there's other players that have come in this season that haven't had a sniff of first team football, but we believe in any player at any age, and it's up to them to go and show the belief that we share in them.
Yeah, and being a local derby on Saturday with a bit of beef between the fans and that, does it make your team talk a bit easier, or does it not change at all?
No, it makes it the same as normal. In terms of every game, we want to be 100% in what we're doing and how we apply ourselves. We want to be on the front foot, we want to be aggressive as how we play, and that's not changed right from the first game of pre-season. And now we're into this game. We know the level of importance of the game, and we're fully, every single detail that we go into is exactly the same. So yeah, I think from a player's perspective, they will feel the noise in the stadium, and that will give them the extra. And it's up to the players to make sure that they give the crowd even more, voice in their lungs to push us over the line.
Brilliant, thanks Kevin.
Pleasure.
Corey, thank you for joining us. Another exciting game on the horizon against AFC Wimbledon. How's the lads' preparation been for that one?
Obviously, training today was really good with the boys. Shout out to the goalkeeper unit today, and working on how they work in attacking possession and how they're going to be working around the goal and their chances and what they're looking to create. So that's what I did today. Obviously, the boys worked really hard today again. Another day on the pitch, as you can see. And it was really good. Standard was high, so that's what we're looking forward to in the game.
I thought it was a fairly decent performance, wasn't it, on Tuesday night, and it was just so unlucky not to get that result. I think we deserve more. Would you agree?
Yeah, it was really unlucky, obviously, with the last minutes of the game. Obviously, that's football, that's how it happens. You have to be able to stay in the game and see games out, especially as a back line, coming from the goalkeeper all the way up to the front man. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, we have to make sure we can see games out for the future, and obviously it's a learning curve. There's a lot of young boys in the team, including myself. So obviously we're going to take that into consideration and try and move on to the next game, and obviously Wimbledon's the next game. So try and move on and look to keep the positives.
Yeah, and obviously before that, Harrogate and Bristol Rovers, 2 clean sheets for yourself. That must have been a pretty good feeling. Yeah,
it was good, obviously, getting a clean sheet and stuff. So yeah, in both games. Obviously, credit to the defenders as well. We didn't really have a lot to do in both games. So obviously, you make key saves at key moments, and obviously that's your job. You just try and do it as much as possible and keep the ball at the net. So yeah, but obviously we're a team that we love to play in possession. Obviously, as I think everyone knows now, we're an in possession-based team. So a lot of the stuff is going to be counter-attack and against us. So we have to make sure that we're tidy. Obviously, where the goal on the Tuesday night, was obviously a counter-attack where they've just managed to get the knockdowns and get through. So obviously we're looking to mend that and obviously put it right next game.
Yeah, you've taken your chance, haven't you? Obviously introduced midway through the Carlisle game, injury to Ellery, which is unfortunate, but you came on to that game, made some great saves, and you've been in really fine form since. How would you assess your own performances over the first 4 or 5 games?
Obviously, I think that's the nature of being in goal, obviously, where you're waiting for an opportunity, and obviously, hopefully, Ellery's all well and stuff like that, and obviously it's my opportunity to play. Like, I never wish any bad on anyone to start with, and I hope he recovers really quickly and fast, and obviously he'll be back to playing football. But it's an opportunity for me to come in and do well, and I feel like I've done that. I feel like I've played well. I've been steady, been solid at the back, just trying to keep the mistakes down to a minimum, and just play the football. I think that's what I've been told by everyone at the club, like the gaffer, Luke, the goalkeeping coach, is obviously a youngie. Everyone's been telling me, like, just keep playing your football and it will come. Just make sure that you just do the right things at the right moments and make the right decisions, and then the football will take care of itself. Like the saves and that, like, it's part of the game, you know what I mean? It's just, a lot of it is instinct and being able to see pictures at the right time. So yeah, I feel I've done really well. It's been a really positive experience for me as well, like being able to come in and actually do well and feel really part of the team, really. So yeah, it's good.
Yeah, playing mode, and there's also sort of a different side to the game at the moment. Playing, in Kevin's system, obviously you've got to do a lot of the work with your feet as well as your hands. So how has that been adapting to that sort of style?
I think that's the modern day goalkeeper though, so I don't think that I really had to adapt in much way in terms of having play out my feet. Obviously, as I come, and I said before, like, I think that's a really strong part of my game, being able to play the ball at my feet and being comfortable in possession of the football. So being able to do the right things at the right time, that's what I was talking about, decision making. So whether I'm getting pressed and I have to go long, or decision where what we can play out at this one. So obviously with the right decisions and the right technique and execution, we can do it. And obviously we've proved on many occasions that we can play out from the back as a team, not just me, because it's not just me that plays out from the back, it's everyone. So yeah, so from there we can do it. Everyone can do it. As you can see, that's what we're working on the training pitch on every day. We're making sure that we get the right shape, right positions, and we do the things at the right times.
Cool. Well,
thanks, Corey. How hard is it to get over a defeat like Tuesday night, such when you deserve more than a point?
Well, obviously it's obviously football, and it's what we get paid for. We get paid to play football, and you have to know the sport. And obviously it's a really disappointing result, but you have to get over it quickly. It's the same with highs and lows. You have to treat everything the same. Like, we have a game Tuesday night, whether we win, lose or draw, have to come in on Thursday. The mentality of the next game is the one that's important now. You can't affect what's happened in the past, but we can affect the future. So that's what we're looking to do at the moment now.
Yeah, and it's not going to be too hard to get yourself up for what is effectively a local derby on Saturday, is it?
Obviously, I'm not originally from Crawley, but obviously I've heard things and stuff, and the boys that are telling me that are from round the way, saying that this is a local derby and this is a must-win game especially for the supporters as well. So looking forward to it.
And how have you found the supporters so far? They've got a good voice on Tuesday night.
Yeah, it was a really good on Tuesday. And you know what? Most of the games, obviously, we've got a really fast schedule. Obviously, we're the most southern team in the league, so where the fans are coming away games as well, it's really it's a massive boost to be able to look over and see fans there, and being able that they're really supporting us and showing us that they really care about the club and they care about us and they want us to get results. So when you look over and you see that, it just puts another gear into another. It makes you just want to do an extra shift, as all the boys will say it, or every single one. Even me, we're behind the goal and you just hear the cheering and you hear the support coming from it. It's so powerful.
Brilliant. Thanks, Corey. Good luck Saturday.